Well, we are out here. This is my new channel, Chef Stories. I'm gonna take you along as I work as a chef contractor, basically a private chef. I work at a small club out in Burnsville, private trout club. We're gonna keep all that private. The members there are real private, but I'm gonna take you along, kind of be like a blog. I'm pretty lucky. I'm booked up now until about the second week in November. So we're really gonna put some content on the channel. It's gonna be a longer channel, more like a show, but you know, with lousy editing. But you're gonna see the ins and outs of it. I'm gonna have recipes on there, take you along on my weekend of cooking. We don't do really fancy like Michelin star stuff at this place. We just do French, country cuisine, and basically just continental lodge cuisine. I get to pretty much do what I want. It's a great job. I really don't have a budget. Each member pays me, you know, per group, so I don't really have an employer per se, except for you know, the group that I entertain every weekend, and have a great property manager there. He's a real good guy. So it's going to take you along. Actually, this is the first time we're opening up the club, so they give it a cleaning, the kitchen, but I come in a day early, and I like to clean my area really good, plus get my cabin set up. My cabin is kind of a dump, but that's it. That's how we're gonna roll. We're gonna do the same editing style that I use on my fishing channel. So, you know, like and subscribe, share this around. I'm gonna post this. Anybody who's interested in becoming a personal chef, private chef, this would be a good channel to watch, just to see a lot of the BS we go through for our job, you know, which everybody has. Everybody's job is hard if you want to be successful, pretty much. But that's it, and come along with the journey. Well, here's the kitchen. It's really not much. It's small. This is my storage room in my office. I'm gonna reorganize this, clean this all up. So the kitchen has got everything you need. I'm gonna rewash all the china, clean everything up. Like, keep in mind, this place is 98 years old. It's, you know, it looks dirty, but it's clean. You can only clean wood so much. That's it. Pantry area, I'm gonna wash all this stuff right here, all my baking stuff. Coffee station. Gotta have the bun. Little ice machine there. But that's it. We're gonna scrub down this kitchen really good. This fan is like 1920 or something, 1923. But you've probably seen a few cooking videos in here before. On my regular channel. We're gonna bust this out, get this all scrubbed down head to toe, and then start restocking. Here's the view, not too shabby. Very peaceful, very chill place. All right, well, it's the next day. It's around 1 o'clock. I've just started cooking and getting ready. We only have 4 guests tonight, so I'm getting all my desserts done for the weekend. I've got my pecan pie, getting ready to assemble that. I've got my beans soaking right here for my navy bean soup. I've got my stocks going. I got my beef stock. I've got a ham stock going. I've got the base started for the pecan pie. I've got my pecans ground up. I'm still a little discombobulated, because I don't know, it's always different when you first get everything. Try to get everything clean. I got all my china, I got all my little pantry area cleaned up. Still got a few things to clean, but I can do that on the side. I've got most of the sundries stocked up for the next 3 months. So we're looking good here right now. Getting ready to make a tiramisu. I've got my lady fingers right here for that. We're getting ready to make a tiramisu and put this this pecan pie together. Like I said, I like to get all my desserts done usually on the first day. Like I usually get, if my dinner service is at 5 o'clock, if my dinner service is at 5, if my dinner service starts at 7, I'm usually here. I'm usually in the kitchen ready to cook by 12, and I'll try to get all my desserts done first. That's usually the biggest pain in the neck for me because, when you're doing this kind of work, you're it. Small operations, you're the dishwasher, you're the porter, you're the chef, you're the sous chef. You do everything. So you want to maximize your time with the highest quality of product. I don't make my own pie shells. I probably should, but I am going to make some bread tonight. I'm going to make a nice flatbread, like a nice pita bread to go with the shrimp and grits. I'm making a nice hearty shrimp and grits for dinner with some roasted okra and pecan pie for dessert, and Dijon salad, and some flatbread. So excited about that. Let me get going here. Let me get cranking. I'm just getting into my groove. I got the bones roasting down there. Bones roasting for the beef stock. So I'll be checking back with you, and you'll see how it goes probably the next hour or so. All right, this is what we got going on. We're going to put the chocolate mousse together. There's the chocolate right there, melted. The pecan pie's in the oven. Getting ready to pull the meat out. This roasted for the meat stock, for the beef stock. Then over here we have our wild caught North Carolina jumbo shrimp. We're getting ready to peel those and make a sauce with the shells for the shrimp and grits. Okay, we're going to put the chocolate mousse together. All right, we got our melted Godiva chocolate. This has to go fast. All right, put a little salt in here. All right, we got our melted Godiva chocolate into the egg whites that I whipped up. I make stiff peaks. Use a little cream of tartar in there. Helps it stick. Always use a cold eggs in a cold bowl. All right, we're going to whip this up. I'm going to incorporate this. You got to move fast in the kitchen. I've already made 2 desserts. It's only been like 25 minutes. Okay, next one we're going to make is tiramisu. Okay, chocolate mousse. That's totally incorporated. Okay, here's our whipped cream. Put the egg whites and the chocolate into the whipped cream. I don't know what style this is. This is the easiest, quickest, best recipe I've ever found. Okay, chocolate is in there. Try not to waste any. I don't like working with chocolate. It gets your uniform dirty. I try to stay perfectly clean. That's one good thing about this job. It's not like you usually don't have to, you're not sitting there at 1 o'clock in the morning hosing a scallop out from behind the grill. You really don't get too dirty if you stay clean, if you know how to cook. All right, there's our chocolate mousse. It's already getting tight right there. Wow, that looks good. I know it's good. I don't even need to taste it. Okay, all right, that's totally good. All right. All right, I'm going to put it in this Pyrex, put it in the refrigerator, and cover it up. And then when I serve it tomorrow, I'll just scoop it out, nice little ramekins, garnish it real pretty, make it look good. It's all guys this weekend anyway, so a lot of times for guys' parties, I don't even like to make desserts. Okay, that's it. Chocolate mousse done. Pecan pie in the oven. Next thing up is a tiramisu. All right, we're going to assemble the tiramisu. I have my lady fingers, soaked in the rum and the espresso, ready to roll. I have my custard made with my mascarpone cheese and eggs and sugar, and then we have our whipped cream right here. So first thing we do, these desserts are so easy. First thing we do is let's add the whipped cream to the mascarpone custard. This takes about 4 hours to set up, but I'm not serving it till Saturday. Okay, fold that in. Fold it in nice. Fold it in. Purpose of folding it in is keep it nice and light and fluffy. That's what you want. You want it nice and light. You want it to look light and be light. That's for the girls here. There's no girls coming this weekend. Girls love tiramisu. Learn how to make this, guys. You'll crush them. All right, there you go. Is that right over the top? Then, of course, when I take it out and I serve it individual portions, then I sprinkle the top with Godiva cocoa powder. All right, that's it. That's it, and I'll show you the pecan pie. It's getting ready to come out of the oven. Pecan pie coming out. This all took an hour. So I got chocolate mousse made. I've got pecan pie made, and I have my tiramisu made. All right, there you go. There's the pecan pie. It's not beautiful, but it's good. Like I said, it's all guys here this weekend. So let that calm down. Put a little bourbon in it too. So that's it. There's my beef stock. Got my bones all roasted up. I like roasting them dark. I put tomato sauce on there and let it caramelize. Then that's going to be my ham stock, which is just chicken stock with a ham hock in it. And that's that. All right, we're going to assemble the tiramisu. I have my lady fingers, soaked in the rum and the espresso, ready to roll. I have my custard made with my mascarpone cheese and eggs and sugar, and then we have our whipped cream right here. So first thing we do, these desserts are so easy. First thing we do is let's add the whipped cream to the mascarpone custard. This takes about 4 hours to set up, but I'm not serving it till Saturday. Okay, fold that in. Fold it in nice. Fold it in. Purpose of folding it in is keep it nice and light and fluffy. That's what you want. You want it nice and light. You want it to look light and be light. It's for the girls here. There's no girls coming this weekend. Girls love tiramisu. Learn how to make this, guys. You'll crush them. All right, there you go. Is that right over the top? Then, of course, when I take it out and I serve it individual portions, then I sprinkle the top with Godiva cocoa powder. All right, that's it. That's it, and I'll show you the pecan pie. It's getting ready to come out of the oven. Pecan pie coming out. This all took an hour. So I got chocolate mousse made. I've got pecan pie made, and I have my tiramisu made. All right, there you go. There's the pecan pie. It's not beautiful, but it's good. Like I said, it's all guys here this weekend. So let that calm down. Put a little bourbon in it too. So that's it. There's my beef stock. Got my bones all roasted up. I like roasting them dark. I put tomato sauce on there and let it caramelize. Then that's going to be my ham stock, which is just chicken stock with a ham hock in it. And that's that. All right, next thing we're going to make is we're going to make the shrimp stock. We have our shrimp shells right here. We have our mirepoix, which is just celery and onions, tomato paste, and a bay leaf. Keep this simple. Salt. What we're going to do, we have smoking hot oil right here, and I always use a blend of I use like the grilling olive oil, like the high temperature olive oil. I'm actually not a fan of straight olive oil, but I don't really use it that much. But we're letting this get real hot. We want to see it start to smoke. Alright, it's getting ready to smoke here. Alright, now we're going to add our shells. Could have actually been a little bit hotter. Hit it with salt. They'll start to turn red. That pan should have been hotter. Alright, when these red up, I'll come back and we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, the shrimp shells have gotten red. Add some tomato paste. let that cook. The tomato paste adds a nice color too. Alright, that's cooking. Alright, we're going to let that roast up and then I'll be back. Alright, these smell nice and toasty. We're going to deglaze it with some cream sherry. Very classic. Stuff never goes bad. Sherry and Marsala and port wines. They used to always have those on ships back in the day, in old-timey days. Liquor and that stuff never went bad. Probably because there's a lot of salt in it. That alcohol cookout. Take long. That nice roasty. Smell it? Can you smell that? It smells good. I'm gonna add the pepper at the end. I'll finish it with some cayenne. Alright, now my mirepoix, bay leaf, and I'm very, very lucky here. We have fresh spring water. It's the best. Absolute best water. Right in there. We're gonna let that reduce. Show you what it looks like when we're done here. We're going to let it reduce. Then of course we'll strain it, and then we'll add any little pepper or whatever we need. But this is going to be our base shrimp and grits sauce. This is you can make shrimp and grits. You don't need to do this, but this right here, this puts it over the edge, having a nice shrimp stock, a nice shrimp sauce in there. All right. All right, we're finishing up. We're getting the sauce ready for the shrimp and grits here. I have my Holy Trinity, and then I have some andouille sausage. I have my shrimp stock that I made earlier. It's nice, looks good. That more. I got a little flour in there. It's gonna thicken up. And I changed the, I'm not going to do cordon bleu for the guy that has a shrimp allergy. I made like an andouille sausage and cheddar ballantine, which is a rolled up chicken in tinfoil, like breast and cooked. And I'll show you that when it's finished. All right, there's the two dishes right there. There's the shrimp and grits, and the roasted okra. All right, there's the chicken ballantine and the flatbread we made earlier. There's probably going to be a lot of weird camera angles and a lot of weird lighting in this series, but we got everything out. Now we're going to bust down the kitchen. They gave me a nice glass of wine. Very good. Very good. They're wine connoisseurs. I'm not so much. But we got everything out, and now we're going to bust down the kitchen and get ready for dessert. There's my pecan pie, and I'm getting ready to serve it right now. Okay, here we are. It's day 3, first day we arrived at the club. It was cleanup day. So this is a little, well, let me recap the morning. We already served a nice omelet, sorted omelet platter for breakfast, and lunch was a deli tray, and we had the French onion soup. Came out really good. This is a smoked trout dip and some cheese, just something simple. Like I said, it's an all guys weekend, so we don't have to go too crazy, too fancy. We have the white bean soup. You saw me make the ham stock yesterday for it. So we're cooking the navy beans. When they're done, we'll discard this ham, and I have a different ham to put in here because this ham is really good. At home I would eat this, but it gets like caught in your teeth, stuff like so I don't. And we have some grilled asparagus or grilled eggplant and some sauteed spinach is going to go there for dinner. And we're going to have a version of Carrabba's chicken brine tonight. I make my little spin on it. I make that. My mom loves it. So they love it here at the club. So we're going to make that tonight in the hors d'oeuvres, and I'll keep you posted.
Live Russians.
All right, here's a quick pro tip. We're going to pound this chicken out. We're going to butterfly it, pound it out. And you should never just pound chicken like straight on a board, just like chicken was here. Just pound it, because you're going to spray chicken little pieces all over your clothes, all over everything. So a lot of people use saran wrap, put it down, but saran wrap is really thin. I'll sacrifice a nice Ziploc bag, or off-brand Ziploc bag, but the freezer ones, and I'll pound the chicken under this. The plastic is a lot thicker. It's just, you're not in like this stuff. You could actually pound plastic into your chicken meat. So this is what I like to do. This bag never busts through, and I always use the flat part of the mallet instead of the dimpled part, because this will just beat in the bag, and will actually beat into the cutting board and make particles of plastic, make a physical contamination in the food. So always beat your chicken, beat your meat or whatever, beat it under a heavy Ziploc bag, and then throw that bag away. Yeah. Of my weekend, so I learn how to, I don't know how to position the camera. Turn this off. Let me go outside. Ooh, here we are. That's probably weird. Well, the power's been out all day here. Right after lunch, power went out. We've had a horrific stream close up. We've had a horrific windstorm today. This blew down all these lines. It's been terrible, and I foresee the power not going out. I mean, power not coming back on probably all night. Maybe early in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But the wind is actually starting to calm down a little bit. I don't know. It's terrible here. But we've had to change the whole cooking plan today. Tonight was supposed to be a Chateaubriand, but we're going to do that. We're going to cook it in the oven. I mean, we're going to cook it on the grill. No problem. That's part of being a personal chef. You have to be able to like adapt and change on the fly. Something happens. Somebody, like I said, the other night you saw that. Somebody popped up an allergy at the last second right before service. We dealt with it, and we're going to deal with this. You don't get flustered. You don't go, oh my God, what am I going to do? You don't do that. You just roll with the punches. The power went out the first time in about 12:30, and then it came back on. And when it came back on, I filled up like 2 big pots of water, so I can like, we have a gas stove in there. We have 2 stoves, but we have one that's gas, so I can cook on the stovetop works. So I'll heat that water up, be able to get things squared away. Hopefully the power will be on in the morning. And tonight I'll just cook the Chateaubriand with steak Diane sauce. I'll cook that on the grill. It'll be great. So, and they wanted baked potatoes, but I just switched up to mashed potatoes. And they wanted roasted asparagus, so we'll just grill it. So we'll just roll with the punches, and that's part of it. So we're gonna get the dinner out here. They're eating their hors d'oeuvres, smoked salmon, the full display, and a nice cheddar cheese. So we're out here, we're adapting, and I'll check back with you. I don't know how this looks. This probably looks weird, but we're still in the middle of the giant windstorm. I'm getting ready to put dinner up. I've got about everything done here. We're not gonna have power for like all night. We won't have power till I'm leaving tomorrow morning after breakfast, but they probably won't have power here till Monday. Hopefully they'll have it on in Franklin. It won't be a big deal. This is the first weekend. This is the shit you have to deal with. So, and it's not a big deal. I really enjoy it. This is the state of the kitchen right now. I have my big water heated up. I've been using that to wash the dishes, just get them cleaned off. And yeah, this is it. Darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Well, I'm back home. What a crazy weekend. Opening the club, windstorm all Saturday. That was just I've been there 8 years. I've never seen a windstorm like that. But everybody survived. Has spent like all Saturday night in the dark after lunch. But it's fine. Everything came out good. I overcooked the steak just a little bit. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get a few videos up and then start to promote this channel. But like, subscribe, share it around to your other chef friends or anybody thinking about doing what I'm doing. I'm going to show you the ins and outs of it. And I'm going to take you along for the journey.